Hey, Matt. So thanks for joining us on the Executive Digest. We want your hot takes about what's working and what's not working as you try and make hay in this extra fun environment. Just briefly tell us what your company's all about and what you do there.
So I'm Matt. I'm the CTO of Lease Crunch. We are a lease accounting and financial intelligence application. We exist in the office of the CFO space. We basically do accounting for your lease assets. We do data extraction of your financial information, and we do that for your auditors every year.
How have you worked AI into your product offering?
We just finished blockchain, and now I've got to do AI. Yeah,
What are you thinking of doing?
it's the question on everybody's mind. Yeah, oddly enough, for sure, everybody has an AI use case, and of course we do too. Our application is essentially a CRUD application, right? Auditors, their customers, their clients, they input lease information in. We do some number crunching and spit out some outputs for their accounting system. And so us and all of our competitors are measured on just time, how fast it is to get data in and out of the system. And so, yeah, there's an AI opportunity for us on multiple fronts, right? Not just with lease entry, but also every year when your auditor has to interrogate your financial portfolio. So our interface is the same as everybody else's. We've got an LLM there that allows an auditor to interact with the client's portfolio, ask questions about it in order to expedite the audit.
All
It's a
right.
chat, and it's a chat bot, a chat
What
interface.
color are you making it? What color are you going to do?
Oh, it's a subtle grape. I don't know. Yeah. There's a whole
All right.
color palette that the UX team has.
Okay, so I just have a few questions for you to share your wisdom with other folks trying to climb up the wall. What are your biggest risks and challenges that you've seen in your industry and at your company, and how are you solving them?
I think hiring across the board is for sure one of our biggest challenges. We're still a small company. Number one expense in a small company is hires that don't work out. Could be our fault, could be their fault, but it's super expensive to onboard and train folks. And when it doesn't work out, that's all sunk cost. And so finding good people at all levels of the organization, from executives down, right on down to support people, are is the biggest challenge for me right now.
And what have you done to meet that challenge head on? What's your part of your secret sauce?
Yeah, for years I fought an ATS, an applicant tracking system. From a tech perspective, it seemed expensive and not that great, but we're using one right now, and it was a bit of a learning curve to get it going, but its ability to post on all the job boards, ingest candidates, ask questions before people apply. I love that I can put questions on there. We're definitely never going to call you back if you don't answer these questions. It just says it right there. And so we can ask really specific things about whether they be technologies that you've worked with or experience with really specific types of tools in order to filter candidates out. And we try to be very honest, very transparent, very specific about what we're looking for because we don't want to waste their time. We don't want them to waste ours. I know it's a rough market. Almost everybody I talk to is have applied for 500 jobs, and there's just this big copy and paste race to the bottom on both sides. It's not just candidates applying to a million jobs. It's recruiters treating candidates like trash. And so we want to be picky. We want the best people. Still being a small company, we need people that are really good at a bunch of things. And using an ATS has allowed us to filter those out. It's a filter for those really quickly, I guess I should say.
Great. All right. Now about your customers. What is the really cool thing that you do for them?
We're pretty unique in the space where, in accounting tech, everything's built, either they're all built like for the CPA firm or they're built for the finance department of your company. There's not a ton of technology that's built with both in mind. We're one of those so that's really cool. At all the trade shows that we talk to people at, they say the same thing over and over again. They're always like, I never knew something like this existed, something that was built for both firms and clients. It may sound unbelievable, or it may sound like not that obvious, but because a lot of companies say things like built for accountants by accountants and stuff like that. And we say that as well. Our line is built by auditors for auditors. And so it's used by a lot of auditors, but it was definitely built with both auditors and their clients in mind. And people are really pleasantly surprised by the experience it does. As I learned a long time ago, the definition of user experience is did the software do what you expected it to do? And we get high marks from both firms and their clients in that regard.
All right, great. What do you think is going to change in your industry, software development, companies like yours in the next 5 years? And what do you need to do to prepare for that?
Yeah, I think the thing I spend most of my time on with the engineering side of the house is how to develop high quality things faster. I still can't believe in the year 2025 we're reinventing the same things over and over again. I just expect to be able to push a button and have some of that happen. I can't believe I still have to build sign in with Google or sign in with Microsoft. You know how literally that should. I'm tired of building that on every product for every year. And so I definitely expect that to go away in 5 years, but I've been saying that for 10 years. It's still here. I'm still doing it.
Using PowerPoint.
Yeah, I think the thing that's going to have to change just because how investors are looking at software companies has definitely changed. Now they are expecting more with less, much more tolerance for investing in tools over people in order to make those people better and faster. There's that old saying, what one engineer can do in 1 month, two engineers can do in 2 months. Now everybody wants one engineer to do 2 months worth of work in 1 month. And so I think we're going to see that a lot. I feel like a lot of people are saying the same thing right now. It's the current, not current, the best engineers for almost my whole career were the ones with the strongest Google foo. We always used to see in chat comments about my Kung Fu's weak here. Can somebody help me search for this solution better? And I think that same thing is going to be true in the future, only it's just going to be prompt engineers, the people that are the best at writing, not just positive prompts, but negative prompts. And here's what I'm not looking for. Don't include these types of responses. I think those are going to be the best people to find it, hire, and retain.
Great. Now here's your chance to be a superstar. What is your executive hot take that you think other execs need to be thinking about right now?
I say this to a lot of people, and I need to say it to myself often as well, but getting rid of people that you know are not the right fit early. There's never there's never a time where I've been like, oh man, I'm really glad we waited another 6 months before getting rid of that person because I just really wanted to be sure. It's usually all the signs were there. Your gut was telling you the right thing to do, and you should have just done it because necessity is the mother of invention. And even putting yourself in a world of hurt by getting rid of a key person I'm surprised every time how well it works out as quick as it does.
Great. Okay. Good wisdom. All right. Now, last question that we always ask. What are two blogs, articles, books, or tools that you want to recommend?
Oh, my current favorite podcast is the All In podcast. It was a bunch of tech guys. It's more often than not trends political these days, but they have a science corner that's all about technology. It's kind of what's going on in the world. That's my current favorite one. It's Jason Calacanis, the guy everybody loves to hate, David Friedberg, Chamath Palihapitiya, and David Sachs. But it's just four friends that got together during COVID, started recording a podcast and sharing each other's hot takes with each other. And I think the thing that's nice about it is actually just listening to four people that completely disagree on every single topic. But at the end of the day, they're all still friends. And that would be the podcast. Other than that, I'm probably the last person in the world to discover Paul Graham's blog. I think it's been out there for since the internet was black and white. But just Paul Graham's written so many really smart things that have really helped me sleep at night. I have a stressful job. It's just moving from one disaster to the other. And it's really nice to read Paul Graham's advice and thoughts on a lot of the things that I feel like I have to deal with every day. Yeah, definitely check it out.
That's awesome. And we'll include the links to the podcast and the blog in the comments and in the description for this video. Matt, are you ready for the unexpected question?
Yeah, give it to me.
What is your favorite vegetable?
Carrots.
Carrots. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this episode of the Executive Digest and wish everyone a pleasant day. Thank you so much, Matt Little of Lease Crunch.
Thanks, Adam.